Hello everyone, it's Dr. Sam. I'd like to welcome you to my EyeClarity podcast. This is a show that offers cutting-edge information on how to improve your vision and overall wellness through holistic methods. I so appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If you have questions, you can send them to hello@drsambyrne.com. Now, to the latest EyeClarity episode. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sam, and I want to welcome you to another EyeClarity podcast. So I'm going to take a question today from a listener who's suffering from a condition called Sjogren's syndrome. And this particular disease was actually first identified by a Swedish ophthalmologist, 1933. His name was Henrik Sjogren, and some of the things that he identified was that this particular condition was tied into being an autoimmune disorder, that the body produced antibodies that attacked all the fluid-producing tissues and organs in the body. Some other connections about Sjogren's were that it was related to a condition called rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. So what happens in Sjogren's? Well, probably the two main symptoms that people experience would be dry eyes and a dry mouth. Now, the third symptom can be joint pain. But this condition affects the moisture of the body. So it's going to affect all the mucous membranes related to the eyes, the mouth, the reproductive organs. And there's an inhibition in one's ability to produce enough moisture. And in the eye, we have two glands, and the gland that's most affected is the lacrimal gland. This produces the tears that are more aqueous in nature, watery. And so what happens in this situation is the immune system cells, usually the T and B lymphocytes, these are the small white blood cells, they actually infiltrate the glands responsible for secreting body fluids. And this infiltration also leads to inflammation. And that's why people who have Sjogren's disease tend to have some type of pain in their body. Now, with Sjogren's disease, this can affect the skin. It can affect the gastrointestinal tract. It can affect the thyroid. So there's a lot of systemic influences in Sjogren's disease. And in fact, many professionals will say that Sjogren's is more of a systemic disease that affects the eyes. So what I like to do with Sjogren's is boost the antioxidants, use natural eye drops, increase the fats and oils in the diet. So let me go through the list, because what we need to do initially is we need to increase what we call the omega-3 fatty acids. And I'm recommending between 2,000 and 3,000 IUs per day. Again, the fish oil tends to really help in the moisturization and the anti-inflammatory effects, not only in the eyes, but in the body. Now, in terms of topical, what can you do to put on your eyes so they feel better? You know, I did a post recently on social media about eye drops. And we have the Get the Red Out eye drops, which actually dry your eyes more. We have the artificial tears that help in the moment lubricate your eyes. And then the third type of eye drop that I like is the therapeutic eye drop, which would be, the class would be homeopathics or MSM drops, two of my favorites. I like using the Optique homeopathic eye drops, and I would combine those with the 5% MSM drops, using them anywhere between 4 and 8 times a day. Now, in the evening, I would consider using either a black currant oil or a evening primrose oil. You can do somewhere between 500 and 1,000 milligrams. That's evening. Vitamin D3, vitamin D deficiencies are definitely connected to dry eye syndrome. So you want to make sure you're getting 3,000 to 5,000 IUs per day of vitamin D3. Green tea extract is another one that I really like. The polyphenols in green tea extract improve the meibomian glands. Now, those are the oily secreting glands that are closer to the eyelids. But green tea has antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory, and it actually can support somebody who's dealing with Sjogren's disease. Obviously, vitamin A, we talk about that all the time, 5,000 IUs a day minimum. Saffron is another antioxidant, very powerful, neuroprotective properties against oxidative stress. I'm recommending somewhere between 20 and 30 milligrams a day. You can also do MSM capsules, so you can take MSM internally, 2,000 milligrams a day. Astaxanthin, one of my favorite carotenoids. Of course, this is the marine carotenoid, and I recommend, about 6 milligrams a day of astaxanthin. You can even add things like serrapeptase, which is an enzyme that helps reduce inflammation to a number of conditions. There's been some preliminary research that it actually can help reduce some of the scar tissue buildup in the blood vessels. I also suggest resveratrol, about 175 milligrams a day. This is a very potent antioxidant that, again, helps reduce oxidative stress. And then a new one that's just come on my radar, sea buckthorn oil, about 2,000 milligrams a day. Now, this is an oil that's from the berries from a cold weather shrub, but it contains essential fatty acid omega-7. There's a little known about this, but it actually helps fortify the tears, the saliva. It improves the lubrication in the body, and it has a very positive effect on lubricating, especially the eyes. So with Sjogren's disease, this is definitely related to our immune health. So making sure either you're working with a naturopath or a functional medicine doctor to boost your digestive health, heal the gut. Some professionals will say, including myself, 70% of our immune health is in the gut, and certainly the gut and the eyes are very connected together. So increasing your microbiome, eating an anti-inflammatory diet, maybe doing some kind of an intermittent fasting program, getting some acupuncture, craniosacral, getting enough aerobic exercise daily, getting 30 to 60 minutes of natural sunlight, wearing blue blockers for all your digital time, and making sure you're sleeping well. So if you do all these things and you're oxygenating, the mitochondria is working better, you're hydrating, make sure you drink enough water, you're doing some kind of detoxification and supporting your endocrine health, I think at the very least you can start saying to Sjogren's, it's going to go into the background in terms of your overall operating system. And if you can do that, then it's not going to be running your life. So that's how I see it. That's how I work with Sjogren's. And I think we'll call it a day there. So I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And keep sending me your questions. hello@drsamburn.com. And have a great one, everybody. Talk to you again. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from the EyeClarity podcast show today. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. See you here next time.